Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the ECHA playoffs live here at the Naval Academy here in Annapolis, Maryland. I'm Matt Renier. I'll be on with you on the call for this game tonight as the George Mason Patriots getting ready to take on the William Paterson Pioneers. The 3 seed versus the 6 seed. Mason looking for the upset, losing their first 2 games to William Paterson this season. They were back-to-back matchups early on in the season. William Paterson took both of them, a 5-3 win and then a 3-1 victory. Now it should be noted that both those wins for the Pioneers came at home, so potentially neutralized for these two teams. Changes of an upset. We'll step aside real quick for let the anthem play.
For today's ECHA quarterfinal matchup between the number 6-seeded George Mason Patriots and the number 3-seeded William Paterson Pioneers. Ladies and gentlemen, before we give our starting lineups, ECHA would like to take this opportunity to congratulate this year's All-Star Award winners. From George Mason University, on defense, number 1, first team All-Star, number 55, Quinn Alley. Congratulations, Quinn. On defense, first team All-Star. From William Paterson at forward, second team All-Star and Rookie of the Year, number 16, Thomas Schwartroth. Second team All-Star and Rookie of the Year, number 16, Thomas Schwartroth. And from William Paterson, forward on the first team All-Star in this season's ECHA Player of the Year, number 17, Adam Marvin. Congratulations, Adam. First team All-Star and the season Player of the Year, number 17, Adam Marvin. And now let's meet our starting lineups for this evening's game. The visiting George Mason University Patriots. At left defense, number 12, Chandler Lynn. At right defense, number 55, Quinn Alley. At left wing, number 26, Cale Dillon. At center, number 10, Matthew Price. At right wing, number 45, Michael Miranda. And in goal, number 32, Max Campbell. And the Patriots are coached by Mr. Steve Hijek. And the starting lineup for the William Paterson University Pioneers. At left defense, number 3, Tommy Boyle. At right defense, number 44, George Boyle. At left wing, number 10, Jason Lastra. At center, number 17, Adam Marvin. At right wing, number 21, Daniel Trionfo. And in goal, number 29, Cole Mulholland. Pioneers are coached by Kyle Garlasco. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you please rise now as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
As we get set for underway, the starting lineup for the George Mason Patriots: at center, number 10, Matthew Price, alongside the wingers, number 26, Cale Dillon, and number 45, Michael Miranda. And in defense will be Quinn Alley, number 55, and number 12, Chandler Lynch. For the William Paterson Pioneers, Jason Lastra in its center, Adam Marvin and Daniel Trifono, number 21 in at forward. And for the defensemen, it will be George Boyle and Thomas Boyle, number 44 and number 3 respectfully. And in the net for the Pioneers will be number 29, Cole Mulholland. As we get set underway, both teams talking over one last time with each other, getting everything squared away. Should be an exciting matchup. George Mason looking to avoid a potential 3-game sweep against the Pioneers this season. As previously mentioned, they lost their last 2 matchups. Those matchups were on the home. They were not in neutral ice, so a chance for an upset. And a matchup with the reigning champion Navy Midshipmen tomorrow night. For now, though, we got this game, and we are about to get set underway. Puck drop is just about to begin. For those just tuning in, I'm Matt Rainier once again with you on the call. As Marvin and Price get set up, here we go. And the Pioneers will win the opening draw. George Boyle will flip it out towards the blue line, getting it out to Dillon, trying to get it to Marvin, but Price quickly scoops it up, trying to hang on to it. He cannot. It goes over the blue line into Patriot territory. As Chandler Lynch tries to clear it out of the zone, he will, but it's quickly scooped up by George Boyle. Boyle is just going to dump it in, and it's tipped off the stick of Ivan Campbell. Alley dumps it behind over to Lynch. Lynch trying to clear it out. The Pioneers not allowing him to get any breathing room. They're able to get across the blue line, so they force a switch for the Pioneers. Dumps it over to Alley. Looking to feed Marisco, just enters the game. Marisco fires, and it's deflected. Can't knock it in. Ryder Clark with a chance to get it off the rebound. He cannot connect. As Clark, fighting for it, the blue line is able to keep in the zone, but not for long. It's dumped all the way back to the other end. Chapman now with it. He'll just dump behind the net. Over to McGruff. And a good job. High stick will be called, but they'll wave it off. As they dump it in, Clark chasing after it. Marisco joining suit. Big hit into the boards, and the whistle will be blown. A minute 30 in, we have our first penalty of the game. Looks like it will be a boarding call. It looked like it was John Foley that took the hit for the Pioneers. Indeed it is. He'll come off the ice and they'll take a look at him, make sure he is okay to re-enter the game. Regardless, though, it is a 5-minute penalty now. It will be enforced against Timothy Marisco. And that will be a big loss for the Patriots right off the bat. Marisco, one of their top goal scorers, the leader in points for the team as well, with 27 overall. Puck's deflected in front, and it's quickly scooped up by the Pioneers. And they feed Boyle at the point. Boyle dumps it over, fires on net, it's deflected and bounces out of play. Nice wrist shot there from the ECHA Rookie of the Year, Thomas Swarwat. And he has been outstanding so far. 29 goals, 18 assists, 47 points total. Just been absolutely outstanding this season. The Pioneers unable to keep it in play, and a shorthanded goal opportunity here. Fires on net, and it sails wide. Timothy Contos trying to take advantage of a deflected puck and nearly would have had a huge shorthanded goal. Regardless, it is still tied at 0. 2 minutes gone in the opening period. Loose puck at the blue line. The Pioneers able to scoop it up. Swartwat brings it up in. He'll dump it behind. Back to Swartwat. Loses it. Quinn Alley trying to clear it out of the zone. Matthew Price scoops it up. 2-on-1 situation coming up. Fires towards Dylan. Dylan can't get the rebound. Price trying to feed it out to the point. Pioneers just trying to clear it out of their zone, and they will. And Swartwatt will bring it in. Flips it over. He fires on net. It's deflected. Chapman using his body to jump in front of the puck. And so far, it's a 5-on-4 for the Pioneers, but with the way the Patriots have been playing, you wouldn't be able to guess it. Chapman was trying to feed Alley. Instead, he'll just flip it out to the other end. Bringing it out from behind his own net. He'll feed Cavilso. Cavilso racing up. Cavaluzzo, excuse me. Trying to clear it out. He takes a big hit. And the puck bounces off the net and out of play. Just over 3 minutes gone in the opening period. For those just tuning in, Paterson Patriots on a 5-minute penalty after a Timothy Morisco penalty early on in the opening minutes. Cavaluzzo feeds it over to Tates. Tates fires. It's deflected back out. Patriots doing a great job so far to minimize the Pioneer power play. Cavaluzzo looking. Brings up over the middle, loses it. Loose puck in the neutral zone. And a risky play by Mulholland is able to clear it out of the zone. Bring it up, fires. It's deflected in front. And the Patriots clear it out again. 2.5 minutes gone in the power play. Marvin bringing it in up the left side. Looks, he'll just dump it back to Boyle. Boyle dumps it over back to Marvin. Marvin fires. And it's deflected once again. The Pioneers out shooting the Patriots 5-2 so far in the game. As we have a stoppage of play. And it will be a face-off to the right of the Patriots' goal. In net for the Patriots tonight, number 32, Ivan Campbell. 6 wins, 6 losses, 1 OTL this season. So far has done an outstanding job. Trying to dump it out. Swartwatt can't hang on to it. Boyle's just going to have to dump it in. Loose puck in front. Marvin dumps it in. And the Pioneers draw first blood. Adam Marvin, the ECHA Player of the Year, given his award earlier before the tip-off, for the face-off. Able to get it off of a rebound as the Pioneers jump out in front. Adam Marvin, his 23rd goal of the season. Entering this game, 22 goals, 40 assists, and 62 points. Has been utterly outstanding this season from both ends, both with the pass and in the scoring department. And the Pioneers will remain on the power play. Nicholas King is just going to dump it in. Jason Laster able to hang on to it along the boards. Met quickly by Wiley. Michael King trying to get it out. Wiley, great defense. Poking at the puck, trying to get it out of the zone as Dylan switches on to the attacker. King can't hand on to it. It goes behind the net. Up against Wiley in the corner. Wiley trying to grab the loose puck. Just take the shot in front. And Chapman clears it out of the zone. Only 1 minute left in the power play for the Patriots. Then we're back to 5-on-5. Cavaluzzo brings it up, cuts, and then dumps it. A dump behind him. Marvin cuts over the middle. Bringing it in coast to coast. Brings it from behind, looking to put it in front. Can't get it. Alley deflects it. Alley whacking out, trying to poke it loose, and he will. And Tangoro will bring it out. Or excuse me, Timothy Contos. Morisco fires and it's deflected. Loose puck in front, and the Patriots able to hang on. Clark will dump it over Morisco. Morisco, big hit against the boards. And King will bring it up the left side. Dumps it behind him. And a good job by the Pioneers to keep it in the zone. Ryan Murphy, but they're forced to clear out. Just 7 minutes gone here in the opening period. It's Murphy trying to bring it in. It's broken up by Dylan. Odd man rush here, 3-on-2. Dumps it back, Dylan fires, it's deflected in front. And Mulholland scoops it up and stops the play. Great reaction there from Cole Mulholland. The Patriots nearly catching the Pioneers off guard with an awkward line change. It was a 3-on-2 situation. So Mulholland really didn't have any help, but was able to save it at the last moment. 91.8 save percentage this season, facing nearly 500 shots in net, and in that process, only 44 goals allowed this season. Fires again, but it's met in its tracks. Pioneers back on the attack, and Campbell will just put his glove over top of it and draw the play dead. And both these teams, they know very well who their next round opponent will be if they are the winner of tonight. For Paterson, they would be taking on Villanova. Meanwhile, George Mason would have to go up against the reigning champion in Navy tomorrow night. Puck is dropped back into the Pioneer zone. Boyle picks it up, will dump it behind it to George Boyle. Bounces it off the boards. And he gets it to Lastra, brings it over the blue line. And he can't hang on to it. Trofano hangs on. Patriots able to clear it out of the zone. Dylan trying to track it down. And he will not fact. As well as Brian Arredondo. The Pioneers able to keep it in the zone. Good job by King to get his stick out in time. Wiley brings it out, gets it out. Sanders is just going to dump it in behind the net. Gets it out in front, loose puck in front. Still loose. Pioneers able to clear it out. Jasanis. Booth with it on the left side, trying to put it in front. Bounces off the post. And the Patriots get it back out to the point. Chapman takes a point. Chapman takes a big hit into the boards. Contos wants to put it in front, but no one's there to receive it. Mulholland just put his glove over top of it and draw it dead. Contos had the right idea, but there was just no one there in front of the net to receive the pass. They were trying to get a line change in, and it remains 1-0 in favor of William Paterson. King dumps it behind the net. Cavaluso. We'll just give it back as Foley will dump it out. Can't hang on to it. It goes right back into their own zone. Murphy trying to chase it down. He'll dump it over to Foley. And it ends up with King trying to clear it out of the zone. Patriots being far more aggressive than they have the entire game so far. Now that they're at full strength. Wiley fires a slap shot. It's deflected. Big save there by Austin Tates. Using his body in front. Loose and puck in front. Goes into the corner. Cavaluso just trying to clear it out of the zone, and he won't be able to. Pioneers finally able to clear it out of the zone. Use this to get a line change in. Trying to feed Morisco over the middle. Instead, Marvin picks it up. Looking for a man in front. They feed it over Boyle. Fires. It's off the pads and goes left. Thomas Boyle picks it up. Gives it over to George Boyle. Looking to feed in front. No one's there to receive it. So Dylan picks it up. He's going to race up. Looking to feed Chapman. It's broken up. in the first period. Pioneers up 1-0 against the Patriots, outshooting them 13-4 for those of you just tuning in. And Boyle comes in from the blue line trying to receive the pass. And it's going to cost him. The Patriots able to clear it out. Trying to feed him in front. Price dumps it back. Dillon looking, fires off the crossbar. Somehow doesn't go in. Had a perfect shot and everything, just couldn't connect. And the Pioneers are able to use this to clear it out of the zone, but not for long. Price back on the attack for George Mason. Still fighting for the loose puck. Using the glass to help him out. Is able to clear it out of the zone. Trying to dump it over. Whistle blows it dead. They'll call him offsides. And the Pioneers will win. They'll draw. They'll get it back into the Patriot zone. Quinn Alley picks it up behind the net. He'll dump it behind. Feed it over to Lynch. Using the boards to get it out. But not for long. Lynch looking for an open man. And it's going to end up on the stick of Alley. He brings it up the left side. Loses it. Contos is able to pick it up. Still trying to get after it. And the Pioneers able to clear it out once again. Contos looking to feed it into the middle. Contos looking, shoots. Great save by Mulholland. Falling down, was sitting down in the process. Somehow able to pick up the save. High stick is called. And that save from Mulholland, a huge save. Having to raise his leg up to deflect the shot. He was sitting down in the process. Mulholland this season, 14 games played, 7 wins, 5 losses, and an OTL loss, as well as a shootout loss earlier this season. Wartwatt, his shot nearly goes in. Cavalusa will take this for the Pioneers. Swartwatt hangs on, fires, and it's quickly swallowed up. Cavaluso loses his stick in the process. Another nice save from Campbell. And Thomas Swartwatt this season, he may be a rookie, but he leads the team in goals and had 2 hat tricks earlier this season and is second on the team in assists. So very big impact early on for this young man. Looking to clear it out, and he will. Chapman brings it behind the net. He'll dump it behind, giving it to Wiley. Deflects it off the boards, giving it over to Dillon. Bryce picks it up. Chapman looking, trying to feed it in front. He cannot. It cleared out of the zone again. 7 minutes remaining in the opening period. Swartwatt trying to pick it up, but Wiley ends up with it, but not for long. Swartwatt loses it. Dillon picks it up towards the blue line. Gives it over to Price. Price bringing it behind, looking to feed in the front. Alley picks it up at the point, fires, and it's too wide to the right, goes behind into the corner. Boyle picks it up, he'll dump it over to the other end. Treon Foe picks it up. It fires, and it goes high and right. Laster trying to pick it up. Booth poking at it in the corner along with Lynch. It deflects into the other corner. Boyle will pick it up. Ends up with Lynch. He's quickly met by 2 Pioneers. Patriots just trying to clear it out of their zone. Nice stick handle from Marvin to hang on. He loses it, able to get it back. Gets it to Lastra. Triofo. Back to Lastra. Somehow keeps it in play. Booth picks it up. The Pioneers able to avoid the rush. Lastra has it now back to Marvin. Marvin fires and it's too high. Boyle fires and it is tipped in. And the Pioneers extending their lead. It looked like Lastra was the one that tipped in the rebound to get his first goal of the game. Pioneers have done a good job of controlling the pace this game, outshooting the Patriots now 16-5. They'll give it over. Chapman looking, trying to find an open man, just trying to get into the zone. He's quickly met by two Pioneers. And Morisco can't hang on to the puck.
Your attention at time 5:27 in the first period. Goal for William Paterson. Scorer number 15, Matt Smith. Assist by number 3, Thomas Boyle. Goal of William Paterson.
Excuse me, that second goal was from Pat Smith, number 15, his first of the game. Swartwatt, his shot is broken up as Morisco's able to get it out of the zone for George Mason. Still hanging on to it despite heavy resistance. Clark's shot can't get it to go. He's forced to just dump behind the net. McGrath trying to grab at it. Clark assisting him. Dumps it over. Quinn Alley picks it up. As King will just dump it in. And Dylan picks it up. Dylan looking. Feet in the middle. And that puck's going to get deflected out of play. Under 4 minutes to play in what has been an exciting opening period so far. Pioneers currently up 2-0 against the Patriots. And the Patriots win this draw. Alley shot's deflected. And this puck's cleared out of the zone and goes all the way back into Patriots territory. No icing is called. Alley trying to bring it behind the net. He can't. Near disaster there for the Patriots. Trying to feed Dylan it, but it's broken up by Murphy. And the Pioneers can't hang on. Price racing into the zone. Price fires and it's deflected and scooped up by Mulholland. The opportunities have been there for George Mason. 6 shots on net now, just have not been able to connect. And a few of them have just been some unlucky bounces of the puck. As Chapman picks up the puck, fires, but it's deflected to the left. Just Sanders trying to chase it down, but he loses his stick. As Marvin fighting for the puck, loses it. Offsides looks like will be called. And indeed it will. And for the Pioneers, it has been a very impressive season for them. 18 wins and 6 losses on the year. 4 players with 20-plus points, 2 players with 22 or more goals, and 5 players with 10 or more assists. Very well-rounded unit. Chapman trying to chase it down. Wiley ends up with it. Dumps it into the corner. Boyle will just dump it behind the net. Lastra behind in the corner, looking to feed someone. Instead, he'll just dump it behind. Marvin in the corner. Chapman fighting for it. 3 Patriots trying to poke at it. And George Boyle up against the boards now, looking for it. Chapman ends up with it. Gives it off to Tangora. But it's off his stick, and they'll use this to get a line change in. Cavaluso can't hang on. Lynch tips it off the boards. And a whistle blows it dead. Looks like it will be a face-off in the Pioneer zone. Looks like there may be a penalty being enforced against the Pioneers. Officials are talking with the bench. Indeed it is. Dylan Kruk will go into the box for a 2-minute minor. First power play opportunity here for the Patriots. Just about 1:30 left to play in the first period.
Your attention, time 139.
Takes a shot, it's deflected. Booth can't hang on to it.
Error. Too many on the ice. 2-minute penalty. 2 minutes.
It will be a too many men on the ice. One of the more rarely seen penalties in hockey, but it has been enforced regardless. The Patriots know time is on their side, looking for just the right moment to strike, and it might be now. Price racing in, dumps it in behind to Dylan. Gives it right back to him. Booth picks it up. Cuts back. Still searching for the open man.
1 minute remaining in the first period.
Gives it off. Price feeds it in front. Alley takes a shot, and the goal is off its pegs. That will blow it dead. It would have been a save regardless. Nice shot from Alley, but a great save from Mulholland once again. .55 seconds left to play in the first. Patriots fighting for the loose puck. Dylan comes up with it. Clear out to the other side. Alley forced to chase it down. Dumps it back to Dylan. Dylan trying to give it over to Price, but it's deflected off the stick of Marvin. And we've seen that plenty of times. Quinn Alley, plenty of chances to get a shot off, but Mulholland has stopped in his tracks every time. Quinn Alley was honored as an all-star for his first team all-defensive selection before the game, so congratulations to him. Feeds it over to Dylan. Dylan forced to fire. It's quickly broken up, and that will just about do it. After one, William Paterson up 2-0 against George Mason. When we come back, we'll have the second period of action for you here and more. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the ECHA playoffs. And welcome back into the second period of action between the William Paterson Pioneers and the George Mason Patriots. Pioneers currently up 2-0 after a very impressive opening period. They will, however, enter this one on a penalty kill after a too many men on the ice penalty, so Dylan Kroc will serve that for them. George Mason looking to get back into this game after a slow start. They were picking things up in the final 5 minutes, just couldn't connect. Had a couple of great opportunities to score, but a couple of huge saves from Cole Mulholland denied them any chance of that. Regardless, though, still 2-0 as the 6th-seeded Patriots trying to upset the 3-seeded Pioneers in hopes moving on to take on the current reigning champ in the Navy midshipmen as the second period of action is just about to begin. Pioneers talking things over one last time with their coaches, just confirming the lineup. And it'll be Morisco, Miranda, Lynch, Price, and Alley opening up for the Patriots. For the Pioneers, it'll be a 3-on-5 opening the game, opening the second period. It will be a penalty. A delay of game penalty will be enforced against the Pioneers. Price with it, gives it over to Alley, dumps it over. Dylan fires, deflected by Boyle. Able to clear it out of the zone to the other end of the ice. And now it's a 5-on-4 once again. Kroc serving his 2 minutes. Alley races back into the zone. Trying to hang on to it. Great pressure from Boyle. Able to knock it off the stick of Booth. Patriots unable to keep it in the zone. 1 minute remaining in their power play. Alley gives it over to Booth. Booth bringing it in, loses it, and the Pioneers able to clear it out again. As they get off the ice, in comes Thomas Swartwat and Adam Marvin entering the game. Price couldn't get back over the line in time, and it will be a face-off. 33 seconds remaining in the power play for George Mason. 18:32 left remaining in the second period. And this puck's deflected all the way back deep into the George Mason territory. Tangora picks it up over the blue line, brings it up over the middle, dumps it over to Chapman. Contos picks it up. He's trying to get it to DeSantis, but he cannot get it. Puck cleared out of the zone once again. 10 seconds left in the power play. Chapman picks it up, but it's quickly met in his track by Cavalluzzo, excuse me. As Wiley dumps it out in the neutral ice. And Chapman will just clear it out of the zone once again. The Pioneers come away unscathed from 2 consecutive penalties, as the Patriots still looking to get on the board. This puck's deflected behind the net. Foley fires towards the net, sails high and left. Can't keep it in the zone. They're forced to retreat. Michael King picks it up. He'll dump it in. Smith trying to chase it down. Tripping is about to be called. Indeed, it will. Both players stumbled in the process, waiting on the ruling if it's going to be against Smith or Zachary Thompson. Or excuse me, not Thompson, Timothy Morisco. And it will be against Smith, so just like that, Pioneers back on the penalty kill. George Mason, 2 power play opportunities so far in this game, 0 for 2. Looking to change that here as Price takes the face-off. Pioneers pick it up. Tripping penalty will be enforced against Smith. It'll be a 2-minute minor for the Pioneers. As Alley picks it up. Gives it over to Marisco, dumps it over to Booth, loses it. Price has to cut back, he can't get it in time. Puck goes out of play and into the Patriot bench. As McGrath picks it up, a dump behind, or Miranda, excuse me. McGrath picks it up. Looking for a man in front to give it to. Still looking, he'll bounce it off the boards back to Chapman. Chapman looking, back to McGrath. Feed Chapman, it's bounces off the stick of Cavalluzzo. Patriots able to keep it in the zone. Chapman looking, he'll just dump it in the corner to Contos. Contos gives it over, Miranda looking, still looking, fires, and it's deflected in front. Contos picks it up behind the net, but he's pushed aside by King. McGrath able to keep it in the zone, fires it, gets it in the corner. Sneaks it in just past the right side of Mulholland as the Patriots are on the board. An incredible shot, and there was nothing Mulholland could really do at this point. The Patriots have had plenty of chance to score, and they finally capitalized, cutting this game to a 1-point lead. And just like that, the Pioneers feeling some pressure. Boyle fires, his shot's deflected and sails over the net into the corner. Patriots looking to get it out of their zone. Chapman picks it up in the corner. He cuts to the left. Bounced off the boards to Dillon. Dillon can't hang on. He trips and falls down. No whistle is blown. A big hit into the boards. Miranda down on the ground. Able to get back on his feet, thankfully. Price looking, can't get to it. Pioneers bouncing it off the glass, clears it out of the zone. Icing may be coming. No icing is called. Chapman, big hit into the boards. And it's shoved into the ground in the process. Nicholas Bucci delivered the hit and then was knocked down from being shoved from behind. Pioneers now have 6 men on the ice trying to get a quick scoring opportunity. Fires on net, and it's scooped up. Just when the Patriots were unable to get back on his feet. Triunfo dumps it back to Boyle. Boyle looking, he'll give it back to Marvin. Marvin wants to wind up the slapper, he won't. Boyle now has it, dumps it over. Schwartz-Watt, his shot's deflected and sails over the goal. Marvin back with it, cuts back, gives it to Boyle. Boyle flicks it over the middle. Lynch able to clear it out for the Patriots. Good penalty kill so far. Patriots have allowed a power play goal in this game. Other than that, their last 2 penalty kills very successful. Looking to maintain that success here as Marvin brings it in. Moving slowly, trying to find the open man. Gives it over to King. Back to Marvin. King at the point. Give it back. Schwartz-Watt can't hang on. And this puck is cleared out of the zone. All the way to the other end. Risky move there by Mulholland, but able to clear it out of the zone as Booth was hot in his trail. Smith picks it up. Remaining in this power play for the Pioneers. 12:51 remaining in the second period. Schwartz-Watt, excuse me, that's Lastra. Lastra still hangs on to it somehow. In the corner up against Chapman, able to get away. Dumps it back to the point. Cavalluzzo winds up the shot, deflected off the stick of Price. And we are back at even strength, 5-on-5. Lastra up against the boards. Price poking at him. Trying to get after the loose puck. Lastra able to flick it into the zone. But it's going to get quickly cleared out with Lynch bringing it up the right side. Dumps it over the middle. Goes back into the corner. King trying to clear it out behind the net. Nicholas King can't hang on. Price now with the puck. Pokes it in front. It's deflected into the corner. Chapman at the point, able to keep it in the zone. Miranda dumps it in. Dillon will give it off back behind the net. Price picks it up. Back over to Wiley. Takes the shot. It's sailed at the last second. Another nice save from Mulholland. That puck was bouncing all over the place. I don't know how he saw it with that many bodies in front of him. Regardless, he tracks down the loose puck and just jumps on to just end the madness. 11:31 left to play. Patriots trying to put it in front. It bounces into the corner. Back out to the point to Alley. Alley fires on net. It's deflected off Kontos' stick. He scores. Quinn Alley took the shot. And Timothy Kontos tips it off his stick to tie the game. $11:18 to play, and we are all tied at 2. And penalty incoming. And just after their goal, they're going to go right back on the penalty kill. Cross check will be enforced. Looks like it will be against Lynch. Chandler Lynch has been excellent on defense here today. Played all 26 games in this season. 2 goals, 8 assists for the 6-foot defender. Pioneers trying to find some momentum that they had back in the first period.
Your attention at time 11:02 in the second penalty on George Mason.
Triunfo trying to get after Wiley up against him in the corner. Penalty was a check from behind from Chandler Lynch. It'll be a 2-minute penalty. Triunfo trying to hang on. Boyle can't keep it in the zone. He's forced to dump it over to Swartwatt. Boyle brings it up, dumps it back. Swartwatt trying to get it out to Lastra. He'll give it back to Marvin. And it's picked up by Dylan. Dylan puts it in front. Loose puck. Can't connect. Would have been a huge shorthanded goal for the Patriots to take their first lead of the night. Halfway gone here in the second. Chapman will bring it out from the middle. Brings it over to the left. Cuts back. He'll just dump it in. Use this to get a line change going. And they have to be careful here. Pioneers now on the attack. Looking to feed in front. They will. Takes a shot. It's a great save by Campbell. Can't recover the puck, but it's knocked down to the other zone. As King will bring it in. He'll deflect it off, bouncing it off the glass. Lastra looking for the open man. He'll give it to behind the net. Miranda trying to grab it. But Murphy's able to keep it in the zone. Miranda brings it in from behind. Clears it out to center ice. And it's deflected. Mulholland. Price quickly chasing after it, but they're able to clear it away. Bucci dumps it over to King. Loose in front. Dylan recovers it. Dylan takes a shot. It's deflected off the leg of Murphy. As the Pioneers back on the attack now. And Lastra trying to get free from Alley. Takes a hit along the boards, able to recover. And the puck bounces back out to neutral ice. As Foley picks it up. Dumps it into the middle. And Dylan having to grab it midair. He's able to do so. But Marvin picks it up for the Pioneers. 3-on-3. Gets through multiple defenders. Can't get it out. Goal comes off its pegs for a moment. As Dylan now back onto the attack for George Mason. Loses it against the boards. Five men are out there for the Pioneers, so still waiting on the ruling. Officials talking things over with the George Mason coaches. It looked like they might have gotten him for too many men on the ice. That would have been the second time we've seen him. Indeed, it will. And they'll give it to Jasanis to take. Regardless, there's now a 5-on-4 situation once again for the Pioneers, trying to get back out in front. Cavaluso gives it over to Lastra, fighting up against the boards, picks it up. Cavaluso now has it along the point. King looking, fires towards the net. It's deflected off of Campbell's stick goes out of play. And that's the second time we've seen too many men on the ice. We have seen some. Gives it over, Swartwatt. His shot sails to the left, trying to fling it in. And Marvin can't do it. Goal came off its pegs as they reset it. And that would have been Marvin's second goal of the game, but he's unable to connect. Marvin wins the draw, but no one there to receive it. Pioneers forced back towards their own zone. Just 7 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the second. Swartwatt brings it up the left side, trying to dump behind to Lastra. He will. Lastra cutting and loses into the corner. Wiley clears it out of the zone, taking a hit from Lastra in the process. Boyle just kick it into the corner. Lastra gives it over. Martin Swartwatt trying to put it in front. Patriots able to clear it out. A minute gone in there in the penalty kill. Triunfo picks it up, trying to get a shot. Raymond Booth, his 10th goal of the season, as he pulls the Patriots out in front off a shorthanded goal. It was a bad bounce of the puck, and just like that, the Patriots, who were controlling much of the tempo of this game, the script has been completely flipped. George Mason now out in front. As Thompson will take the face-off against Price. Picked up by Lynch, he'll clear it out of zone. 20 seconds left in the power play for the Pioneers. Foley picks it up. And Smith picks it up against Lynch in the corner. Still fighting for it. The Patriots come away with it as Price taking it up the left side. He'll dump it over to Miranda. 3-on-3. Price picks it up, looking for a man in front. Feeds the point. Lynch looking back to Price. Price over to Lynch. Lynch fires. Swallowed up by Mulholland. .5:13 left to play here in the second. And for those just tuning in, if you missed the first period, you would have missed an excellent opening act for the Pioneers. Since then, only 5 shots in this period thus far. 7 for the Patriots. As this shot is swallowed up by Mulholland. Make that 8 shots in the period so far with still 5 minutes to play. As Contos and the Patriots win the draw, Wiley brings it over the blue line. He'll dump it into the center ice. Booth picks it up. He had the shorthanded goal earlier. Faced up with 3 defenders in front of him. Booth still whacking at the puck, but Boyle able to hang on. He'll dump it into the zone. Icing is called. That is our first icing of the game with only 4 minutes left to play in the second. And credit George Mason, they did not allow this, the early deficit to get to them, now leading 3-2. Interestingly enough, they lost their first 2 games to William Paterson earlier this season. Both of them were at William Paterson. This time around on neutral ice, very different story. Shot in front, off the post. That would have been McGrath's second goal of the game, but it sails just a little bit too far to the left and deflects out. We'll feed the point with Wiley. Flicks it in to the George Mason bench. The Pioneers come away with it. George Boyle dumps it over. Lastra tips it in. Triunfo picks it up. Feeds it in front. Marvin loose in front. And the defense quick to react. Able to deflect, stop his shot. Lastra's shot sails to the left. King fires loose puck in front. Campbell picks it up. Lastra's stick got caught on one of the Patriots, so he couldn't get the rebound in time. That would have been a game-time goal potentially, regardless. Patriots still out in front. Miranda trying to clear it out, and he will. No icing will be called. Instead, they will call it. Official somewhat late on the signal, but they get it off anyways. So just like that, they're right back in their own zone. And this buck fighting for it along the boards. Whistle is blown. Looks like they will get him for a hand pass. And we are still in the face-off. Price against Marvin. Patriots win this draw. Give it over to Miranda. It bounces off the boards. He picks it up. Front again. Lastra just going to clear it out of the zone. Allie picks it up. Dump behind. Allie's still with it. Gives it over to Miranda. Miranda all the way to the other end of Price. As King picks it up, he'll bring it over the middle. Price and Miranda colliding in center ice, losing the puck in the process. Smith with it now. Had the goal earlier, trying to hit it in. Still loose. Campbell just jumps on it. 2:21 left to play in the second period. And for those just tuning in, hugely impressive effort from George Mason. They got swept in the regular season by the puck. As Wiley behind the net gives it over to Chapman. And it's deflected off Smith's stick. Jasanis picks it up. Booth with it now. Booth trying to flick it in front. Jasanis fighting for it behind the net. Still loose in front. It sails to the right. Swift trying to clear it out of the zone. Tangor up against the boards. It's deflected and bounces back out to center ice. They'll hit it over to Wiley. Wiley gives it over to Jasanis. He'll just clear it into the zone. Jasanis will switch out. McGrath enters the game. Picks it up along the boards, able to keep it in play. The Pioneers able to clear it out. Swartwatt trying to get after the loose puck on the right side. Able to pick it up. Hangs on. Takes a shot. It is deflected and sails to the right. And this shot's deflected off Thompson's stick and bounces out of play. And the Pioneers on the boards, a penalty will be called. And penalties have been plaguing the Pioneers for most of this period, and they get them again. This time it'll be against George Boyle. Look like they will get him for tripping. Credit Raymond Booth, though. He was up against the boards, getting pushed into them, falls down, yet somehow was still able to hang on to the puck until just at the last second, and the whistle is blown. Price will take this face-off. Another power play opportunity coming up for the Patriots.
Attention at time 1:13 in the second period. Penalty on William Paterson, number 44.
Allie gives it off. Marisco.
2-minute penalty, 2 minutes.
Thomas Boyle trying to clear it out. Still trying to get three. Surrounded by three Patriots. Cavaluso trying to track down the loose puck. Dillon will keep it in the zone. Marisco gives it over to Booth. Booth trying to push it in front. Pioneers come away with it. Under a minute to play here in the second. Price gives it over to Alley. Patriots looking for attack to Wiley, or to Quinn Alley, excuse me. And this pass is going to get deflected all the way back out into the Patriot zone. Campbell will clear it out. Marvin trying to get one last chance here. Takes the shot. It's deflected off the skate into the corner. 3 seconds left. Trying to get one last chance, and they will not be able to capitalize. And this game is alive and well. George Mason rattling off 3 unanswered goals in the second to take the lead. William Paterson will try to tune things up in what may be the final period of the game, trying to avoid an upset loss. When we come back, we'll have the third period of action for you here and more. You're watching the ECHA playoffs. And welcome back into the first round of the ECHA playoffs. Hello, everybody. I'm Matt Rainier once again with you on the call tonight. The William Paterson Pioneers currently trailing the George Mason Patriots 3-2 right now. Pioneers strong start in the first period. 2 goals scored, none scored against them. George Mason since then has taken complete control of this game and will start this period on the power play. Pioneers looking to avoid a major upset. They made it all the way to the ECHA championship last year, falling in overtime to the Navy Midshipmen. Looking to get back to a similar matchup potentially this year. But to do that, they will have to avoid the upset loss. As we get set for the opening faceoff of the third period, George Mason wins this draw. Chapman, he'll dump it over. As McGrath picks it up, brings it up the right side, left side, dumps it over to Contos. Contos cuts back, gives it over to Miranda, into the corner. He's forced to give it back. Contos feeding the point. Chapman looking, fires. Deflected in front, loose puck, still searching for it. Loose puck in front, no one in net. Can't tip it, it's somehow still in front. Net off its pegs, no goal is scored. Mulholland down on his back, no one in the net, nearly crossing the line several times, somehow doesn't go in. Pioneers able to escape unscathed, but they're not out of the woods yet, still needing to tie this game. An unbelievable sequence. I don't know how in the world that didn't go in. Pages win this draw. Lynch fires. It's deflected in front. Still loose. Form gives it off. Dillon bounces off his skate. In behind the net now. Murphy picks it up. Trying to clear it out of the zone. Gives it to Lastra. Dumps it over. Cavaluso picks it up. Cavaluso looking. Fires. Sails hard to the right. Lastra puts in front of the no one there to receive the pass. Cavaluso trying to dump behind. Puck gets lost in the process. Booth picks it up. Whistle is blown. Might call it a hit to the head. Looks like they were talking to Campbell, excuse me. No penalty is called. The official was simply talking to Campbell, telling him to get his helmet back on his head after readjusting it. Price will take this face-off for the Patriots. Marvin will take it for the Pioneers. 18-20 it up, gives it over. Marvin trying to feed in front. His shot falls off his stick in the process. King picks it up in the corner. Triunfo trying to dump it in. Loose puck in front. Campbell, whistle blows the play dead. They'll say he secured it. It would have been a huge swing of momentum for the Pioneers. Instead, Patriots come away clean. Marvin will take this off against Contos, or excuse me, against Morisco. Dumps it over to McGrath. Able to clear it out of the zone. Swartwat picks it up. He'll hit it back in. It sails behind the net. Wiley dumping it out to Clark. King trying to chase it down. Putting it in front. Loose. Morisco fires it. It's too high. Thompson shot too much power behind it. Sailing way over the net. Bucci trying to put it in front. He can't. Thompson picks it up, looking for an open man. Forced to cut back, still with it. Dumps it in behind. Smith chasing after it, picks it up. Smith feeds it to Boyle. Boyle across to Thomas. Boyle dumps it in the corner. Bucci slow to get up at the center of the ice. Back to Boyle. Boyle fires. Deflected to the right. Smith picks it up. Back to Boyle. Boyle over to George. Boyle sacrificing your body for the play on that one. Booth picks it up. Dumps it over. Wiley trying to get it to Contos, but Cavaluso will dump it in. We're still trying to clear it out of the zone. Instead, the Pioneers will just dump it back in. Under 4 minutes gone here in the third period. Trying to poke it in front. Booth picks it up. Racing up the left side of the ice, trying to cut into the middle. But it's quickly deflected by Murphy. Walusa will dump it in. As Lynch picks it up in the corner. Dumps it over. Quinn Alley trying to get it to Miranda. Dylan picks it up. Dylan fires, deflected. Lynch can't hang on to it. Lynch's pass deflected, picked up by Barbary. Barbary hit into the boards. Big hit from Miranda. As Lynch picks it up over the left side. Gives it to Dylan. Dylan racing up, putting it in the middle. It's deflected by the Pioneers. Goal off its pegs, and it'll blow the play dead. 46 remaining in the third period. Fresh set of legs on the ice. Pioneers as well as the Patriots. There's also a penalty against Miranda, so it will be 5-on-4. Chance for the Pioneers now.
Your attention at time 14:46 in the third period.
Puck is cleared back out of the zone.
Number 45, Michael Miranda. Interference, 2-minute penalty, 2 minutes.
It will be an interference penalty forced on Michael Miranda. Puck along the boards. Marvin fires. Stutzy scores! Adam Marvin, his second goal of the game for the ECHA Player of the Year. To score second on the team in goals, 2 hat tricks this season, potentially with a chance to make it a third tonight. He's more known for his passing, obviously, with 40 assists on the year. He had 12 games this season with 2 assists. But this time he's able to punch it into the net to tie this game up. 14:20 to play. Price just going to dump it in. Marvin picks it up behind the net. Swartz can't hang on to it. Chapman looking. He'll give it over to Dylan. Dylan racing up the left side. Trying to get it to Miranda. It goes behind the net. Lucen will take it. He'll just clear it out of the zone, trying to get it to Dylan. But to no avail, the Pioneers are able to pick it up. Wiley takes it from behind the net. And Foley deflects it with his stick. Loose puck. Patriots come up with it. Boost racing up the left side, one-on-one, takes the shot, sails way too high off the deflection. Face-off incoming from the William Paterson zone. Cavaluso will pick it up. Alley using his skate to keep it in play. But not for long. Cavaluso will bring it up the right side and will dump it into the zone. Four new men on the ice for the Pioneers. DeSantis clears it out of the zone. George Boyle will pick it up. Patriots hustling to get some fresh legs on the ice. Lynch will take it in the corner. Trying to clear it out, gives it off. McGrath with it. That time the penalty was against number 15, Smith, for William Paterson.
Your attention at time 12:15 in the third period.
Takes the shot and swallowed up, still loose in front. Mulholland able to scoop it up. Miranda was there trying to get after the rebound. Mulholland hadn't secured it yet, but was able to jump on it after the second time. Marvin will take the face-off for the Pioneers. The Patriots win the draw. McGrath up against the boards. Marvin fighting after it. Still loose. Who's got it? Still looking for it. McGrath can't hang on to it. We'll have to just dump it in the corner. Diving play by one of the Pioneers. Lastra picks it up. Three men in front of him. Chapman disrupts his advance. And McGrath now back on the offense. McGrath will just dump it behind. Miranda trying to receive the pass. McGrath tripped up in front. Booth trying to get a shot off. It's deflected in front. Another nice save from Mulholland. Feeds Price. Takes the shot. It's deflected again. Mulholland scampering to get back onto his feet in time, and he is able to. And the Pioneers able to clear it out once again. Under a minute to play in the power play. Alley brings it up the middle. Dumps it over, trying to get it to Dillon, but it bounces off the boards. The Pioneers pick it up. Case. .10:43 left to play in what has been an extremely exciting game to open up the ECHA playoffs. Patriots win this draw once again. Morisco bringing it up the middle, or up the left side, excuse me. Booth can't hang on to it. King trying to clear it out. And Swartwatt will. Pioneers doing a good job so far on this penalty kill. Last chance now for the Patriots. They'll give it over. Price brings for an open man. He'll dump it back to Lynch. Lynch looking. Dillon trying to get it behind the net. He will. Looking to feed the point. Can't hang on through the contact. Pioneers trying to clear it out of their zone. Smith with the puck now. Bounces it off the boards. They'll call an icing for that one. And there will be a face-off once again in William Paterson's zone. 9:45 left to play. Anyways, Booth looking, bounces it off the boards into behind the net. Contos picks it up, gives it over. Chapman with it, back to Contos. Contos takes a shot and did. Swartwatt trying to clear that zone. He will, but Wiley comes up with the puck for the Patriots. Gives it over. Contos. It goes into the zone, but he can't hang on to the loose puck. Just Sandus with it now, looking to feed it in front, and no one's there to receive it. And Thompson's racing it up. Can't hang on. He's just going to hit it towards the goal. As Bucci feeds the point, giving it to Boyle. Fires on net. Deflected. Bouncing off the crossbar on top of the net. A face-off to the left of Campbell. Cavaluso taking it up against Price. Lastra fighting for it. Hang on. Boyle picks it up over the middle. Dumps it over to Lastra. Cavaluso picks it up, fighting through contact, looking to feed him. Lastra still with it. Miranda trying to poke it out, but they're able to keep in the zone. Lastra once again, they can't hang on, falling down in the process. Cavaluso fires and it sails to the right. Goes back out to Thomas Boyle at the point, takes the shot, deflected in front, still loose, goes into the corner. Cavaluso hit up against the boards, Lynch fighting up against him, George Boyle trying to poke at it, goes out to the middle. Miranda picks it up. Trying to feed it into front, and they'll just clear it out of the zone once again. Lastra. And this puck behind the net once again. Chandler Lynch feeds Alley. Dumps it over. Miranda comes up with it once again. Cutting towards the middle, trying to fight through contact. Somehow still with the puck, loses his stick. Still trying to grab it, trying to kick it in front. Ends up with Chapman back at center ice. Has to dump it in, waiting for everyone to clear out of the zone. Offsides, Morisco has to get over the blue line. And Swartwatt, Contos picks it up. Clark, only 2 men in front of him, 2-on-2. Offsides is called. William McGrath couldn't get his foot over behind the line in time. Just a little too far ahead of the puck. As the Patriots win this draw, Booth picks it up. Trying to feed in front. Bucci trying to clear it out. Chapman picks it up at the point. Fires! Scores! Chapman took the shot. It looks like it tipped off Jasanis' stick. Regardless, the Patriots retake the lead. Regardless, it was Booth, Jasanis were both there in front of the net. They'll credit them with the score soon enough. It was still an amazing shot from Chapman. Chapman dumping it. They'll credit Chapman with the goal. Cavalusa takes a shot, it sails wide. Didn't get back into the zone. Cavalusa picks it up. Still with it, Booth comes up with it. Jasanis trying to clear it out. Big hit from Foley. Knocking Jasanis to the ice. Taking a shot, deflected again behind the net. Booth trying as they arrive. Takes the shot, and it's scooped up by Mulholland. And that goal, they'll credit Patrick Chapman. It looked like it had deflected off one of the men in front. They will credit him with the goal for the defenseman. 5th goal of the season for the Bethesda, Maryland, Massachusetts native. Pioneers looking to avoid the upset. 6 minutes exactly remaining in the third. Lynch fires, deflected in front, sails past, and goes into the corner. Marvin picks it up, trying to get it out of the zone. He will. Marvin racing up. Offsides will be called. They got to clear out. And they will. But the Patriots able to recollect themselves. Lynch looking for an open man. Will just fling it behind the net. Price picks it up. It's Triunfo right in the chest. McGrath picks it up. Or Dillon, excuse me. Dillon fires, and it's swallowed up by Mulholland. George Mason is in a team that William Paterson was able to handle this season. A 5-3 win and a 3-1 win in back-to-back home matchups against the Patriots. This time out for George Mason. Extra motivation knowing that an advancement in the tournament with a win here tonight. Booth picks up this face-off win. Booth trying to fling it in. Nice backhand shot, but to no avail. Pioneers looking to clear it out. As King is able to clear it out of the zone, but to no avail again. Under 5 to play. King picks it up, looking, backhanded shot. Picks up his own rebound, takes a shot. Bucci somehow doesn't go in. Bounced off the post. He's able to secure his own rebound. Hit into the boards. Takes a shot again, deflected in front. Clears out of the zone. Multiple huge chances for William Paterson. Shot, can't secure the glove save. Lynch will just clear it out of the zone. 4 minutes to play here in the third period. And this game was starting to look at the potential of being a blowout after the first period. William Paterson completely controlling the pace of the game. Since then, it has been all George Mason. 4 goals scored since the opening of the second period compared to just 1 for the Pioneers. Pioneers looking to tie things up, potentially send it to overtime. Ali, and his pass not on target as another icing will be called. Trying to feed one of the forwards over the middle. Pass a little bit too much power behind it. It will be another face-off, this time to the right of Campbell. Swart wide, loses it. Price picks it up. Lynch. Big hit over the middle. Murphy, one-on-one against Price, able to get it away from him. Offsides potentially incoming. Triunfo has to get back on sides. As Booth picks it up from behind. Murphy with the puck, looking to clear it out of the zone. He will. Bounces off. No icing will be called. Wiley picks it up. .2:45 to play, and what has been an incredible start to tournament weekend here at ECHA. Cavaluso takes the face off. The Patriots win it once again. Takes the shot. Swallowed up by Mulholland. Cavaluso will stay on the ice, going up against Contos. Pioneers win the draw. Booth up against the boards, fighting against Boyle. Puck in the corner now. Boyle. Campbell picks it up. Thomas Boyle slow to get up. Thankfully, he's getting back to his feet. Hopefully, he's okay. Needs to be helped up. As he heads to the bench. Hopefully, he's all right. Had a nice pass out in front. Pioneers just couldn't capitalize. As Marvin will take this face-off up against Price. Pioneers with a draw. Boyle fires in front. Cannot connect. Racing will be coming. Indeed it is. Under 2 to play. Pioneers looking to avoid a major upset against the Patriots and advance to the second round. If the Patriots win tonight, they would go up against the top-seeded Navy Midshipmen tomorrow night at 8:30. If William Paterson is able to score and win the game, they would head up against the Villanova Ice Cats tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Regardless, though, we still have plenty of game left to play.
William Paterson, 60-second timeout.
William Paterson will take a timeout. It's a good time to mention that following this game, it will be the matchup between the 4 and the 5 seeds tonight. As the Temple Owls, the 5th-seeded Temple's Point, looking to just play keep away, clear out of the zone as much as possible, not risk anything, and you have to wonder when William Paterson will make the choice to pull Cole Mulholland out of net to get a 6-man on the ice. That will do it for the 60-second timeout. Both teams entering the game. .157 officially left in the game. George Mason looking for a major upset. The Patriots coming into this game, their goal differentials between these teams very noticeable. A -10 goal differential for George Mason this season. Meanwhile, a +17 goal differential for William Paterson. As Price wins the draw, Lynch dumps it in behind. And William Paterson, despite trailing, has outshot George Mason 32-23 in this game so far. Boyle picks it up. He'll dump it behind the net. King picks it up. Triunfo gets it. Trying to get it out of the zone. He will. Price just dumps it right back in. 90 seconds remaining in the third period. Boyle scooped it up. Regardless, though, 1:14 now to play in the third. Both teams getting some fresh legs on the ice. Both of William Paterson's top 2 goal scorers in Adam Marvin and Swartwat, both in the game. Alley brings it into the corner, trying to get out of the zone. King is able to keep it in play. Swartwat looking to feed it in front. Marvin cannot get it. Marvin still with the puck. Feeds it out. King fires. Still loose in front. Marvin takes the shot. Still loose in front. Tough shot. Puts it in the corner. Just past the reach of Campbell. And we're tied at 4. Wow. And just when you think this game might be wrapped up. William Paterson says not today. This game is not. Lynch trying to clear it out of the zone. And he'll give it up. Marisco falling down as he shoots. Loose in front. Cavaluso trying to chase it. Lynch trying to clear it out. Bounces off Lastra's skate. One last chance here potentially to avoid overtime. In front. Lastra chasing up. 10 seconds to shoot. Lastra dumps it over. Cavaluso shoots, deflected and off the glass. Cavaluso, one last chance, trying to feed it. The day, Nicholas King, excuse me. His 5th goal of the season for the Oak Ridge, New Jersey native. And both teams head to the locker room as we await overtime. It'll be a 15-minute intermission. We'll take a step aside when we come back. Overtime for you here and more. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the ECHA playoffs. And welcome into overtime here in the first round of the ECHA playoffs. George Mason was leading 4-3 in the final seconds, but a huge shot from Nicholas King ties the game with 43 seconds left to send it to overtime. And here we are. Overtime will begin. 5-on-5 hockey. 20-minute periods as per usual. And here we go, Price versus Marvin, and the Pioneers get the face-off win. They dish it over. Nicholas King. Back over to Swartwood. Can't hang on. Alley has it. Dumps it over. Fires towards the net. Loose in front. Swartwood can't hang on. He'll just dump it into the corner where Marvin is waiting. Marvin up against Alley, against the wall. Still fighting for it. Triunfo can't hang on. Boyle able to dump it in. It stays in play, doesn't go out of the net. Alley and Marvin up against the boards, fighting for the loose puck. Triunfo helping him out. Price now in on the action. Able to clear it out of the zone. Patriots now on the attack. Dillon with the loose puck. Risky play by Mulholland. As Boyle gets it over. Cavalluzzo brings it in behind the net now. Up against the boards by Lynch. Still fighting for it. Laster trying to get a loose puck in front. As Booth picks it up. Trying to feed in front, takes a shot. Deflects and goes behind the net. Booth trying to get the rebound. He can't. Cavalluzzo picks it up. Cavalluzzo brings it up 2-on-3. Arredondo trying to get at it. Contos picks it up. Contos trying to get it. Still in the corner now. Murphy whacks at it to send it to the other end. Arredondo picks it up. Lastro with it. One-on-one. Takes a shot. Sails high. Deflected. Wiley picks it up. As Contos with it now takes the shot, sails left. King able to kick it out to the blue line. As Smith loses it, Clark dumps it back into the zone. 17:55 left to play in overtime. And Bucci dumps it over to King. King bounced off the boards to Smith. Lynch picks it up. Comes it back into center ice. Arredondo picks it off, gives it to Smith, loses it at center at the blue line. Dillon will bounce it off the boards. Thompson trying to get after it. Smith can't hang on. Miranda dumps it over. Price racing up, 2 men in front of him, takes a shot, loses it front, big hit! 2 men down the ice. Smith with the puck, trying to get after it, dumps it over. Thompson, and that will blow it dead. A big collision from Mulholland and Price. Both men slow to get up. It didn't look like the hit was intentional. Price just couldn't stop in time, ended up knocking into each other. Price needing some help to get up. Thankfully, he's back on his feet, but he'll head to the bench. Coaching staff checking in with Mulholland, making sure he's all right as well. Price thankfully back on his feet. And it looks like he's heading to the box. They might get him for a penalty. They'll get him for a 2-minute cross-check, it looks like. Officials talking things over with Dillon. And it looks like they're helping him. Looks like they're helping another player off the ice. Instead, he was helping one of the trainers off. It'll be 5-on-4 William Paterson looking to win it in overtime and advance to the second round where Villanova waits. Boyle has the shot, looking for it, winds back to the blue line. Marvin with it. Loose puck up in the air. Boyle diving in front of it. They'll blow the whistle. Boyle diving in front of it, trying to kick the puck, it looks like. Waiting for the official ruling, and it looks like it will be a face-off in the neutral zone. Indeed, it will. Marvin will take it up against Kontos. And the Pioneers win this draw. Swartwalk can't hang on to it. It goes back out behind the net. Give it off to Boyle. Feeds it in front. Swartwalk picks it up. Back over Triunfo. Over the middle. Still looking to take the shot. Wants to put it in front. Sails way too far to the left and out of the zone. Boyle picks it up at center ice. 16:31 left to play in overtime. Boyle with the puck. Gives it off Triunfo. Dumps into the middle. And able to clear it out of the zone once again. Boyle gives it off Swartwalk. Brings it in. Over the middle. Over to Triunfo. Can't hang on. Alley trying to get after it. Triunfo in the corner now. Still poking at it. 3 Pioneers up against the boards looking for the loose puck. Triunfo still trying to get it out with his skate. They're able to get it out to the point. Swartwalk wants the shot. And Campbell swallows it up with his glove. And it will be a face-off to the left of Campbell. Or to the right of Campbell, excuse me. Patriots trying to clear it out of their zone. Still 30 seconds left on the power play. Gavaluso loses it in front and clears out of the zone. King picks it up towards the face-off dot. Gives it over to Lastra. Lastra brings it up over the middle, bringing it out to the right side, cutting around, trying to find the lane. Still looking, feeds it in front, can't find anyone. It bounces out back to center ice. And into the Pioneers zone. 9 seconds left in the power play. And King will just fling this one into the corner. Can't get after as Wiley picks it up, and we're back at even strength, 5-on-5. Foley has it, goes off the stick of Smith. Smith brings it in. Smith trying to hang on to it. It's deflected up in the air. Trying to feed in front, still looking for it. Thompson, backhanded shot, pokes and shoots, he scores! Marvin wins it in overtime for William Paterson. Rebounding in front, pokes it in, and that will end it. A tremendous effort. And it was Zachary Thompson. The backhanded shot didn't go his way. Rebound in front. Marvin in the right spot at the right time, getting the hat trick, his 3rd of the season. And that will end it. The final here from Navy. William Paterson avoiding the upset against George Mason, winning 5-4 in overtime. That will do it for us here, but stick around. The Temple Owls going up against the Westchester Golden Rams later on tonight. Tune in for that one later. For now, I've been Matt Renier from wherever you may be listening.